Let us solve some problems on capacitors. Last class we have seen some problems. So in the class here, the capacitor based பண்ணி சில problem how to solve. So time permits, we can solve 4 or 5. So எத்தனை கணக்கு போடுறதுங்கிறத விட எப்படி போடுறதுங்கிறத பார்த்துக்கலாம். So number 1, first problem number 1. ஒரு capacitor is charged with ஒரு alternating source. இந்த alternating sourceக்கு formula என்னன்னா, suppose E is equal to E0 sin omega t. இப்போ DC பேட்டரி வெறும் E0 மட்டும் இருக்கும். இது AC பேட்டரி, அதனால E0 sin omega t. என்ன கேட்குறாங்கன்னா, show that the current stored in a capacitor due to charging is equal to displacement current கேட்குறாங்க. current flowing or the current through the capacitor due to charging is equal to displacement current. But என்ன அப்படின்னா, it is supplied with the alternating source. இது டெல்லி கொஸ்டின் பேப்பர்ல கேட்கப்பட்ட ஒரு கொஸ்டின். Okay, we will solve. இப்போ என்ன அப்படின்னா, any current அப்படின்னா, for any capacitor we know that charge given to the capacitor is equal to C into battery. இங்க battery ஆன E. C is equal to Q is equal to CE. But our basic equation நமக்கு தெரியும், C is equal to Q by V ன்னு போடுவீங்க. இங்க V க்கு பதிலா E. Therefore, if I know the charge, then I can find out current. I is equal to, this is current due to charging. Then I of C ன்னு போடலாம். Is equal to rate of flow of charge dQ by dt. அவ்வளவுதான். இது ஒரு mathematical equation. Therefore, IC is equal to d by dt of Q is equal to C. E ன்னு போடணும். E is equal to E0 sin omega t. I hope you understand. Instead of E, I am writing E0 sin omega t. During the differentiation, any constant can be taken outside. Here the constant of differentiation is C is a constant, E0 is a constant, and the sin omega t is a function of t. Therefore, it can be differentiated. Differential of sin omega t is cos omega t into coefficient of t is omega. This is a differentiation. This omega is a constant can be taken in the front. முன்னாடி வச்சிடலாம். Omega C into E0. This is a constant into cos omega t. Usually we write this as some constant current is I0. I0 cos omega t. This is a current due to charging of the capacitor when supplied to the alternating source. Now we have to prove that this current due to the charging of capacitor should be equal to displacement current. Now, what is the formula for displacement current is given by Maxwell's equation. Before Maxwell's equation, you must know whether you know or not. Now I am taking the formula. According to Maxwell, the expression for displacement current ID in a capacitor is given by epsilon naught into d by dt of electric flux is phi. Electric flux of electric field ED. This is flux due to electric field. That's all. And this is Q, this is not phi, this is Q. This is Q and this is phi. Therefore, displacement can be written as phi naught into d by dt of any electric flux is equal to electric field into area. Just like magnetic field, magnetic flux is magnetic induction into area. Similarly, we are writing electric flux equal to E into area. Then ID could be written as epsilon naught into again d by dt of E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. For any capacitor separated by two plates filled with air, found due to epsilon naught, this sigma by epsilon naught into E. Again, we know that sigma is nothing but charge by area. What are the charge given divided by area? Q by A. Therefore, we can write this as ID is equal to epsilon naught d by dt into sigma is Q by A already into 1 by epsilon naught into A. So this AA cancel, this epsilon cancel. Then we can see again I of displacement current is equal to d by dt of Q. Once it comes as I of d is equal to dq by dt, already we know that dq by dt is this one. Therefore, I of d is also equal to dq by dt equal to this one. That is I naught cos omega t. Or we can prove that I of displacement current equal to I of C. This It is another important, very simple concept, but you have to understand. This is due to the flow of alternating flow of charges, a current is stored or current charging capacity is given by this one. And according to the Maxwell, displacement current equation is given by this expression. Just by using mathematical, we have proved that the current, displacement current is equal to current due to the charging of capacitor. This is question number 1. Then question number 2. This is another important problem. You see, this is one capacitor. An aluminum foil or aluminum, a good conductor is placed between the two. A good conductor is placed between the two. That is aluminum foil. This is now a capacitor. We are saying that aluminum foil is placed between the conductor as shown. Is placed between the plates. Is placed between the plates. Now the question is number 1. If the aluminum foil is insulated, what is the capacitance? Number 1. Aluminum foil is insulated. When the foil is insulated, then this will become as two capacitors. This is capacitance 1 and this will be capacitance 2. If it is equally placed now, this distance will be d by 2 and this distance will be d by 2 and the area will be same for both. Now it gets divided into two capacitors, but the distance becomes half, but area is same. Already we know that for any capacitance C is equal to Q by V, that is equal to epsilon naught A by D. Whenever area is same, Q will be same. That means the capacitors are connected in series. You have to recall this one. This is very important concept. Any capacitance C is equal to Q by D, that equal to epsilon A by D. You see A same. Whenever A same means Q same. Q same means these two capacitors are in series. That's all. First we will find out C1 and C2 both are equal. You see C1 and C2 both are equal. We are using the formula epsilon naught A same, but instead of D it is D by 2, therefore into 2. Then we can say that C1 equal to C2 is equal to 2 times of original capacitance. Before the foil is introduced, and the original capacitance is C, that equal to C, 2C. Therefore with the introduction of the aluminum foil, the capacitance gets doubled, 2C. But now what the thing is, these two capacitors are in series. When the capacitors are series, then what is the effective capacitance? We must know. That is C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Both are equal. Therefore 2C into 2C divided by 2C plus 2C is 4C. Therefore cancel. The answer is C. From which what we have to understood is, even when we introduce any aluminum foil, any metal conductor or any metal plate, the capacitance does not change. With the introduction of the aluminum foil, the capacitance remains same. Suppose if one of these aluminum foil is connected to the one of the upper plate, it is electrically connected. Case 2. Case 2. Suppose if it is electrically connected. If C1 is connected to foil. If C1 is connected to foil means now this entire region will become as one plate and this will be another plate. And this will become a first plate, all of becomes a plate 1 and this will be plate 2. Now the distance becomes D by 2. Now the new capacitance C is equal to epsilon A by D into 2. So once it is connected here, now the capacitance becomes double. This is very important. This is a solved problem number 2. Then the third one, so I want to solve one more problem. Let us see. Suppose there are 3 capacitors, 1, 2 and 3 capacitors, all are connected with the one is connected here and here is A. This A is provided with a potential of 90 volt. Potential of 90. They have given, this is the capacitance C1 and this is given C2 and this is given C3. And they are also given the value for C1 is 20 microfarad. This is 20 mu F. This is 30 mu F. 15 mu F. You have been asked to find out what is the potential difference across V, C2 is V2 and what is the energy stored in the capacitor, second capacitor U2. Similarly, you can also find out about C1 and C3 also you can do. For example, we are finding out for one capacitor C2. What we have to do? First thing is all the capacitors connected in series. Therefore, try to find out the series combination. Then what is the formula for series combination? More than 1, therefore 1 by Cs is 1 by C1, 1 by C2, 1 by C3. If there are only 2 capacitors, we can use this formula. C1, C2, C1, C2. More than 2, you cannot write like this one. Therefore, original formula is this one. Now, in this case, this is equal to all micro, let it be as it is. That equal to 1 by 20 plus 1 by 30, 1 by 30 plus 1 by 50. You know, the LCM of 20, 30, 15 is 60. Therefore, we can say that 1 by Cs equal to 60 is LCM. 60 is LCM. 3 20s are 60. 2 30s are 60. 4 15s are 60. Therefore, 4 plus 3 plus 3, 9 by 60 is 1 by Cs. And what is Cs? Ulta. 60 by 9. What is 60 by 9? That is 20 by 3. Therefore, what I find out? The total capacitance I find out as 23 by 20 by 3 microfarad. First thing is we have find out the effective capacitance of all the 3 combinations. My aim is to find out V2 and the energy stored. First you have to find out charge. But luckily all are connected in series. Therefore, charge flowing through each capacitance will be same. Therefore, the total charge Q is equal to, for any capacitor you know the formula C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, total charge is total effective capacitance into total voltage applied at the same. That is equal to give us 90. Therefore, this is 20 by 3 into 90, cutting this 3. Therefore, Q is equal to 320 is 60 microfarad. Microcoulomb. Since unit is microcoulomb. This is Q. Once you know the Q, now you can find out V2 and U2. Suppose I want to find out U2. V2 and U2. What is the formula for V2? Again the original formula. C is equal to Q by V. Therefore, V2 is equal to, charge will not change. All are series. Q by C2. That's all. How much is Q? You see 60 micro. 60 micro. Divided by, what is C2? Is given 30. 30 micro. Micro cancel. This, right. Therefore, V2 is equal to, you see 60 micro. This is 30. Just we are having is 2 volt. Got to check this way. 3 into, therefore CS into V. V is equal to 90. And this is 20 by 3. And this 60. That is equal to 2 volt. Therefore, V2 equal to 2 volt. Then what will be the energy? U2 is equal to half into C2 into V2 square. That's all. That equal to half into, what is C2? C2 equal to 30 microfarad. 30 into 10 power minus 6. V2 square is 4. 2 means 10. Therefore, this U2 is equal to 60 micro, or in 10 power minus 6 joule. 60 microjoule. That's all. So these are the simple problems you can solve. So number 1 is, so total current charging is equal to displacement current. Number 2, when the aluminum foil is introduced, what happens? Area changes. Therefore, area does not change. See these, we find out this. And the third one is very simple one. Then one more problem I want to solve. One more problem. Just I am writing only this part only. One more problem. This is given in the book. And also we must know a small technique how to solve this problem. Let us try this one. The fourth one. This is given in the book. It's a book problem. That means this is one capacitance. This is another capacitance, and this is connected with another capacitance, and these are connected with the battery. This is given as 300 volt, and this is 200 picofarad. This is 200 picofarad. This is 100 picofarad, and one more capacitor they are given here. Remember, this is 100. This is the actual problem given. Now, what they are asking you, find out. So, total capacitance. First find out, what are the things we have to find out? Total capacitance. Then what is the voltage across? Suppose I am saying this is C1 and this is C2, then is C3, then is C4. Then you have to find out, so charge through each one, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Then potential across each one, V1, V2, V3, V4. This is they are asking. What is the total capacitance? What is the charge through each? Then what is the potential across each capacitor? Just on looking this one, it seems very simple, but I have to modify the diagram slightly. So how you have to recognize this formula is this 300 volt I am taking here. This is 300 volt. This 300 volt is connected first with 100. This is 100. Then it is continuously connected with 200. Then it is connected with 200. Then this 100, no, just above this we can put here. This is 100 here. Remember 200, 200, 100, 100. This is the another form of this diagram. Once you can able to draw this diagram as this one, it's very easy. Anyone can solve this. Now you see, these two are in series and these two are in parallel, and the last thing will be in series. First one is, these two are in series. When the two equal capacitors are in series, then the resultant will be off. For example, for equal capacitance, Cs equal to C by N, C by 2. Therefore, 200, 200 means it becomes 100. And already there is a 100. These two are in parallel. Any doubt? Remember, here we are having 300 volt. First thing I am using is Cs equal to C by 2. Then this 100, this 100. When the two capacitors are parallel, and this is 100, and this is 100 plus 100 become 200. That's all. Therefore, this will become 300, and this is 100. Parallel means it is addition. Cp means it is C plus C. Both are equal. Therefore, you can say when for equal capacitors it is 2C. Therefore, this will become 200. So, this is simplified form of this one. These two are equal. Therefore, this two equal means in series becomes half. When these two equal in parallel becomes double. Now these two are in series. Therefore, now for this series you have to find out Cs equal. For this one Cs equal I can find out C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. What is C1? 100. What is C2? 200. What is C1 plus C2? 300. What is this? Cancel. And what is answer? 200 by 3. This is equal capacitance. Therefore, I find out equal capacitance equal to 200 by 3 picofarad. Each time you need not write picofarad, finally you can put nothing wrong. That's all. Then you come to this one. First, this is a diagram 1, then diagram 2, diagram 3. Using the diagram 3, both are in parallel, therefore charge 3, both these are same. Therefore, suppose I am saying this is in our case, this is C4. And this will be C2, and this is C3, and this is C1. This will be C4. First I am taking this is C4. Then what is the charge flowing through this one? Because I know this, C4 I know, then 100 I know, then charge flowing this one I can find out. Q is equal to, any capacitance formula is C is equal to Q by V. Therefore Q is equal to C4 into V. So if I know the voltage, then I can find out the charge. So this is a 300 voltage. Now this is passing through this one. Therefore total charge Q is equal to. So ultimately it is reduced to capacitance equal to Cs into V. What is Cs? 200 by 3 into what is V? That equal to 300. Therefore cancelling, 3 cancelling. Therefore you can say that. So it is said. Therefore 200 into, as usual, 10 power minus 12. Therefore we can say that Q is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. Minus 10 coulomb. Sorry, minus 10. I got this. Therefore total charge equal to total capacitance, total voltage. The combination of all the total capacitance becomes, this is 200 by 3 into total voltage we have applied is 300. Therefore I find out Q. This Q will be C. The same Q will be flowing through both the C4 and this combination. First we find out the voltage here. Therefore voltage across 4 is V4. So any V voltage is nothing but total charge by C4. What is the total charge? 2 into 10 power minus 10. What is the C4 value? 100. 1 into 10 power minus 12. And taken this is 200 volt. Therefore here the voltage across C4 is 200. The total voltage 300. Even it is 200 means, therefore this will be 100. Therefore what is the voltage across V3? Voltage across this will be, therefore suppose this is, I can say this, these two are in parallel, therefore voltage across, this one is V3 is 100, V3 is 100, this one V3 is 100. Now For V3, this V3 equal to 100 volt. Now we come to the V3. V3 is nothing but here these two are in series and this is parallel, but voltage across this and this same. Therefore, if it is C1, if it is C2, C3, this 100 voltage is divided into 2. Therefore, I can say that V2 plus V3 is equal to 100. Therefore, V2, this two combination is equal to 100. V2 and V3 should be equal to, both are equal, that is equal to V2 plus V3 is equal to 100, or we can say that V2 equal to V3 is equal to 50. And what is the voltage across V1? Is equal to 100. Only thing is, a small thing is, first you have to try to modify this one, then this one, then this one. So, find out the total capacitance, from which you find out the total charge. Then you can find out total charge, then total charge means charge through this and this same. Therefore, charge through this one is, charge through this one is 2 into 10 to the minus 6 means this is also 2 into 10 to the minus 6. Now, among the total voltage, the voltage across here is 200, the voltage across this is 100. Voltage across this is 100 means this 100, this 100. But this 100 is now divided into two parts, 1 and 2. Both are equal. Therefore, 100 is divided into 50, 50. That means the voltage across here is 50, here is 50, and this both are equal, therefore it is 100. Out of 300, 100, both are equal, and this voltage is 200. That's all. If you want to find out the charges, then you can see that this charge you have find out, the same charge will flow here. Now the charge both are equal, therefore here the charge is suppose 2 into 10 power minus 10. This will be divided into two parts. Here also 1 into 10 power minus 10, here also 1 into 10 power minus 10. Therefore, this is 1 into 10 power minus 10, 1 into 10 power minus 7. Here it comes as 2 into 10 power minus 10. Just you go through this one. If you have any doubt, the same problem, you can also do one more thing. Just learning is a important thing. Just try to work out the problems. Just on seeing this one, you learn something. Try to work out with this one. If you have any doubt, any clarification you need, you can proceed in the next class. Till then, I am leaving from you, Anandanarayanan.